නමෝ තස්ස භගවතු අරහතු සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස්ස භගවතු අරහතු සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස්ස භගවතු අරහතු සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස. Good afternoon, dear friends in Dhamma. Now, we're ready to start our Dhamma talks. In this Dhamma talks, mainly I would like to talk about meditation and the way how we can practice meditation. In the morning, you got opportunity to sit with Bhante Ji as well as to follow Bhante Ji's guided meditations. So I know even the serious practitioner also have some kind of misunderstanding about meditation. So we want to clarify about that misunderstanding parts, as well as we better to have a very clean idea about meditation, why we practice meditation, what are the benefits that we can gain through this practice. Last evening, I mentioned main purpose of our practice is achieving area also. What is exactly wisdom is? Why we want to gain wisdom? Why we want to develop our mind? All these questions would be the questions that we can get answered during in this talk. So this is introductions part about the meditation. This is a quote from Mahasatipatthana Sutta. This is about the sutta which explain the way how we better about to know about our posture. Here bhikkhus having go to the forest to the foot of a tree or to an empty hut sits down, having folded his legs crosswise, straighten his body and set up mindfulness in front of him. These advisors are not me. These advisors are not somebody else. These advisors directly coming from suttas. This sutta delivered by the Buddha. When we want to learn something about meditation, this is the number one sutta that we have to read. But I'm quote in here, Mahasatipatthana Sutta, Digha Nikaya, very important sutta regarding our meditation. Not actually regarding meditation, regarding the teachings of the Buddha. Better get a chance to read this discourse. Because time to time you might have opportunity to listen to someone's talks who are reference Mahasatipatthana Sutta, but that is not enough to awaken ourselves. So therefore, better to read yourself. But the things that I wanted to give some guidance about meditation, these are the advice given by the Buddha. In here, few things are mentioning. Go to the forest. Meditator, as a first thing, is how to find quiet, calm place. That's why in here the Buddha directly mentioned about go to the forest. And also to foot of a tree, to an empty hut. These are the recommended places by the Buddha. But if I advise to you to do these things, you never able to meditate because living in this hustle bustle life, it is impossible. How you can go to a forest? How you can go to find a cave? Because you already have a place, you bought it, you are paying rent or you are paying money for that. All these facilities that you earn yourself, now there is no opportunity to go to another place, abandoning this place. It is impossible. But as a serious practitioner who are directly connecting with that main purpose to attain enlightenment or gain wisdom, they supposed to have this kind of environment. But you don't want to worry about that. As a mundane person who are engaging with these mundane bondages, it is impossible for you to do that, but you don't want to worry about. You don't want to discourage yourself. No, 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 I can't do this meditation. No, you don't want to discourage yourself. But these are the advices. But as a lay follower living in this hustle bustle society with these daily activities, yes, you also can practice meditation. But very important, having folded his legs crosswise. As I mentioned, it might be lotus posture, half lotus posture. Anyway, very important thing is you have to keep your body without getting any disturbances. Body make disturbances itself. That's why we need to have very comfortable posture and straighten his body. 90 degrees angle should be there with your body because comfortably you need to breathe in and breathe out. If there is any disturbances while you are breathe in and out, you are not able to develop your concentration. Focusing on your meditation object is not easy because there would be bodily pain. So your mind always focusing on your body pain instead of your meditation objects. That's why you have to have this kind of posture. And set up mindfulness in front of him. It means you have a meditation objects. You have to keep that meditation objects with you all the time. As I know, in the beginning, in our practice, it is not easy to keep your mind with meditation objects. It's running away. We all have monkey mind. Monkeys are not easy to keep. They're always trying to jump here and there. In the same way, our mind also always trying to go here and there, connecting with past experiences or future plans. That's why there are few similes that Buddha used to explain the nature of our mind. One simile is Vari Jova Tale Kitto. Vari Jova Tale Kitto. Like a fish who just came out the water. Just in case, in accidentally or anyway, by pause, when the fish coming out the water, what is the purpose of that fish? Going back to water. Same way, Mind always like to hanging around with ideas, thoughts, dreams. That is the nature of mundane mind. That's why Buddha used that simile to explain the nature of mind. There's another simile that Buddha used. It's like mind is like a wild ox who just caught from a jungle. That wild ox always try to go back to the wild. Our mind also like that. So then we have to have skills. Without the skills, how you can tame this wild ox? It is impossible because full of energy, all these energy is always driving into different directions, wrong directions, not wholesome. It is unwholesome. That is the nature. This wholesomeness and unwholesomeness is very important. For example, when you go to a movie, which is very interesting, you like to see that story, the way how it's flowing, you are enjoying very much. You don't feel how many minutes, how many hours that you spend there. You don't feel it. But when you go to a place, for example, it might be a talk, a professor giving a talk about a very deep topic. It is not easy to understand, but you have to pay full attention to understand that topic, the core of the topic. So you have to have energy there. So in this kind of situations, you are in yourself and you are always looking at the watch. Oh, still 10 minutes. How long this guy going to take? You always, your mind always connecting with some other things. You are not able to focus. This is the nature of undeveloped mind. But when you are watching that movie which is interest, you are very happy, you are enjoying, so you don't feel the time. But which is not interest much, you don't have enough energy there, you don't have interest there, so you're always thinking when I can finish this. It means you want to move on, you want to change. It is a nature of our mind. It's the nature of our mind. Normally I use for this in musical show, entertainment, musical show, when people go to see, to enjoy musical shows, the singer ready to sing maybe 3 or 4 songs. After that, when they're ready to get in out from that stage, audience is not allowing them to get in down. They're asking one more, one more, one more, one more. But while you are here listening to Dhamma talk, what kind of thoughts that you have? No more, no more, no more. This is the nature. That's enough, that's enough. But when you have energy, you are developing your interest for wholesomeness. If you don't have energy, that would be the nature. So this is the nature of our mind, not the personal issues. These are the nature of our mind because we are full of ignorance, desire, and hatred. And later on, we can discuss about other defilements. So that's why we have to have comfortable seating arrangement while we are meditating, not to get any disturbs from our body. It means without thinking about the environment support, we have to think about our own body supports to continue this practice. So, what kind of postures would be there? These are the recommended postures that you can apply to meditate while you are sitting. If you are practicing sit-in meditation, these kind of postures that you can apply. The way how you supposed to keep your palms, these are the Buddhist recommendations, right upon left. But as you know, there are people who have some yoga experience. They are trying to keep their palms in different methods, different ways. It doesn't matter, but I have to give clear advices for you according to the Buddhist traditions. As I mentioned, Buddhist meditations and other meditations, we have so many other meditation traditions, are different. So, therefore, I have to give the clear picture. Buddhist practitioner normally they're supposed to keep their palm like this. This is the right way according to the Buddhist advices. But it doesn't matter. It does not making any trouble if you are keeping your palms in different ways. But these are the advices that we supposed to give as a Buddhist. What are the techniques that we can use? Walk-in meditation, sit-in meditations, stand-in, actually not sleep-in meditation. The word should be lying meditation. But these are the steps very important. We have to be mindful. Walking, sitting, standing, sleeping, even in a deep sleep, we have to be mindful. It means our mindfulness means we have to maintain. It is something that we have to maintain, even in the deep sleep. So, what are the techniques that we can do? Walking meditation, sitting meditation, and standing meditation, and lying meditation. All these techniques are there that we can apply to meditate, but we have to maintain our mind is gaining through these applications each and every moment, walking, sitting, standing, sleeping, even in deep sleep. That is the best way that we can get best results. Otherwise, results might be not able to get easily. For example, you are practicing meditation half an hour per day. In this 24 hours per day, so then 23 and a half hour, what you are doing? You are not doing which is related to your meditation, some completely different things. So therefore, now you can see the effort and energy is not growing well with other activities. So therefore, in here, walking, sitting, standing, sleeping in deep sleep means each and every moments of your daily activities, you have to be mindful. It means it does not mean you have to practice meditation there, but you have to take care of your mindfulness, which is very important to see results uh, very quickly, very quickly. So then, what is meditation now? We have to find uh, definitions. What is meditation? According to the Buddha's explanation, meditation, Pali word is bhavana, means to develop or to cultivate, according to the commentary, bhaveti etayati bhavana, that is Pali word. Meditation is the practice of seeing the unwholesome states of one's mind, paying careful attentions to them in order to control and eliminate them, simultaneously developing and cultivating wholesome mental states. This is meditation. last evening when we were discussing what is the purpose of your meditation practice. We discuss stress reductions and emotional management. So all these things were there. But this is the real meaning of meditation, according to the Buddha's advice. It's a mind development. We are paying full attention in our whole life to develop our mind, to develop our body, not the mind. At the beginning of our life, with the help of our parents and caretakers, we got opportunity to develop our skills, physical skills. Not, we don't have much support to develop our mental skills. So meditation is a technique that we can use to develop our mind. But unfortunately, in this 21st century, we don't have many activities, we don't have much activities and much opportunities to develop our mind. That's why around the world, as you know, in this modern society, they are doing research, they are talking about mindfulness practice, particularly some countries now they are trying to introduce mindfulness as a school curriculum subject. They're trying. Here in this country, we have a lot of invitations from high schools, universities to give talks about mindfulness. It means somehow in this 21st century, around the world, wise people getting to know meditation or bhavana is one of great techniques that human beings supposed to develop. Why? Why? All other techniques, research based on development of our body, not the mind. I mean, developing they're having idea to develop people's mind, giving information, learning skills. Informations now not value like other days because informations are available now. Tip of your fingers, all the informations are there. You don't want to worry about. Touching your screen, you can get all the informations, but unfortunately, you don't have thinking ability. That is the problem. To develop your thinking ability, meditation is a technique. So meditation we are using as a techniques to develop our thinking ability, which is very important in this very life as human beings. So when we able to develop these mental skills, mental development, as a result of that mental development, yes, of course, we can manage emotions, we can find solutions for our stress, anger, addictions. All these things are nothing with this mental mind development. So that's why we as a human beings, we have to pay full attention to develop our mind. In this world, as you know, people are suffering. There are new lifestyle creating new, more and more difficult situations. Technologically, so many instruments are available in the society. So many problems also available, same as new electronic gadgetics, cell phone addictions, screen addictions, all these addictions are there. So then mental development, if someone paying attention to develop their mind, so they can survive. They can maintain their life happily, peacefully. So, therefore, meditation is a technique that we can apply to our day to day life to maintain healthy mind. Healthy mind. Buddhist explanations, three achievements: moral, concentration, wisdom. These are the achievements that we're supposed to achieve through the meditation. In Pali, it's called Sila, Samadhi, Panya. Does it develop itself just practicing meditation? No. Meditation is a one technique. It's a technique. There are two more techniques. What are those? Generosity, precepts, and meditation. It means meditation not working itself. Meditation is not working itself. You have to connect with the generosity, precepts, and meditations. These three applications are working together. It's like a tripod. Tripod in here, you have to balance the legs. If you are not able to balance these legs, you are not able to use it. In the same way, meditation is one technique to get good results, to see the benefits of your meditation practice. You have to practice meditations along with precepts and generosity. This part in Cambodia, Burma, what they are practicing, they are not paying much attention for meditation. They are practicing generosity. Through generousness, they are willing to achieve that higher goal. It is impossible. People in Western countries, they are practicing meditation without practicing generosity and precepts. They are also in extremes. They are also not able to see real results because these qualities are not developing equally. They are not able to balance. So in this world, we have this big issue regarding mental development. So to develop our mind, yes, of course, we have to take care of our body as well as our actions. Tame in your word and actions, we have to get support to meditate and to see the results of your meditation. And you have to be a generous person. Generous persons means there are four qualities: loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. These are the results of your generousness. If you don't have these qualities, yeah, restlessness is there. Always your mind going here and there. You are not able to focus one thing. So to develop your practice, these three applications, we have to apply together. We have to apply together. If we are not applying together, so it's like keep in your mind, it's like tripod. Without balancing three legs, you are not able to use it. And same thing happening us. Same thing happening us. So there are two words. But I don't like to use that word, faith, because this, these words we are borrowing from different culture. They have different meanings. But I will explain what does it mean, faith. According to my explanation, it should be confidence, confidence, shraddha, and panya, wisdom. as Buddhist practitioner, we are willing to develop these two mental status, confidence and wisdom. So, confidence and wisdom that you can develop applying these three applications, developing your morality, concentration, and wisdom. How you can develop practicing generosity, observing precepts, and meditation through these applications. If you don't have this shraddha, confidence, and wisdom, in some degrees, not the enlightened level, you are not able to stick with that path, which we call Noble Eightfold Path. Noble Eightfold Path. Noble Eightfold Path is the path that we supposed to apply to our day-to-day life. Noble Eightfold Path is not the path to just to apply in the retreats. It is your whole life. It is for your whole life. So, to apply Noble Eightfold Path, you have to be aware about morality, moral conduct, developing concentration, gaining wisdom. All these are there with these three activities: generosity, observing precepts, and practicing meditation. If someone able to apply these applications to their day-to-day life, these are the benefits. These benefits very general among the society that we can talk about. Not even the Buddhist practice and others also can explain about these things. Stress-free, reduce aging, energy full of life, and help of all these benefits are there with your practice. When you are practicing dana, sila, bhavana, these are the Pali words. Dana means practicing generosity, bhavana means meditation, and sila means observing precepts. If someone living according to Noble Eightfold Path, these are the benefits that they can enjoy in their mundane life. Who don't need these benefits? Who don't need these benefits? Everybody needs these benefits. So then, if you are willing to gain these, enjoy with these benefits, these are not happening automatically. You have to work on that. The God is not supporting us providing these facilities. We have to work on that. Practice meditation is a one technique as well as generosity and sila, morality. These are the applications that we can apply to gain and enjoy with these results. This is about the research that, as you know, many research are happening. Many researchers say that meditation is spiritualism, but it is also related to science. I'm not here to talk about the science, but I want, because modern world, most of the people like to talk about the science. If something said by scientists, so they're ready to accept it. They believe them. They don't believe religious leaders. I'm a religious leader. You don't believe me. I know that. But I'm not a religious leader. I'm not a religious leader. I'm a teacher. Buddhism is not a religion according to my understanding. Buddhism is the most important, which is talking about eternal truth, universal truth. Universal truth never changing. Universal truth is not something that you can change. Universal truth is not something that someone created. It is eternal, forever. So I'm a teacher who is teaching related to that universal nature, universal truth. So therefore, I would like to quote these things benefits for you. Uh, the body benefits from its regular practice. Science has also accepted this, and through scientific researches, it has been confirmed that regular meditation makes the mind healthy and keeps the memory alive. It also makes the body stable and strong. I don't want to talk about these researchers, but you can find all these researchers. So many researchers are there. Uh, Not only that, even last evening I mentioned about uh, mm, there's a research about Alzheimer and all these memory issues. They are talking about this intermediate fasting. Intermediate fasting method introduced by the Buddha, not any modern scientists. We have to give that credit to Buddha because in written 2600 years ago, that Buddha had been given explanations about this intermediate fasting. I don't know that word. We don't want to use that intermediate fasting word. Living with one meal per day. That method introduced by the Buddha. There are so many researchers now you can see in this modern world which talking about the benefits. Meditation benefits. Uh, this is very important. Meditation is found in almost all religions. However, it has a deep connection with Buddhism. Uh, when we're talking about meditation, we're directly connected with that subject religion. But that's why Buddhist meditation is not belongs to any religious practice. It is the techniques that we can apply to develop our wisdom. Religious people, they don't do nothing with wisdom. If someone gaining a wisdom, that is a big issue with religion. People becoming wise mean they are going away from the religion. So therefore, I don't think any religions help people to gain their wisdom. I'm not insulting, but that is the truth. I'm talking about the truth. So Buddhism introduced this meditation techniques to gain wisdom. So it is not religious purpose. There's no religious purpose. So now there are some researchers, they also found about that. These are about the brain meditator and who are not meditating. These benefits are there. These are just some showing for you to develop your competence. Taking this modern research and modern explanations, I want to give you competence about this practice. You can see these results yourself. You can do a research yourself. Now, this is very important about our practice. We have a schedules in our day, in our day-to-day life. In that schedule, sometimes it is not easy to find time for our meditation. When when we are meeting with people who are coming to our retreats, they always complaining, we don't have time. We have very busy schedules to meditate. How we can find a time to meditate? So This is very important things that we have to discuss. How you can find time to meditate? If I advise for you, okay, at least 5 minutes per day, you have to find to meditate. I'm not advising that, but if I do so, how would be your nature? So you are somehow putting some space there for your practice, meditation. What kind of things are there in your mind? 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Then more than 5 times during that 5 minutes, you're ready to check your clock. Oh, 1 minute. Again, 2 minutes. Oh, my, is there is an issue with my clock? You have that time sticks in your time. Therefore, don't make that kind of brain. No boundaries. So then how you can find the time? You have to feel it yourself. Oh, why I'm not using this opportunity to practice meditation? When? It doesn't matter morning, midday, or afternoon, evening, midnight, it doesn't matter. Anytime when you have feelings, energy, oh, this is the best time. If I suggested you to do, oh, practice meditation every day in the morning and in the evening, it is impossible because in the morning, it's like a war field in your place where you are living. People who are with you, they are getting ready to go to school, they are getting ready to go to their works. In the evening, all are coming from different experience and different mentality. Who are coming from hospital, who are coming from office, they have so many things. How you can sit there to meditate? Among these hustle bustle situations, kids are coming from school asking so many things. Mom, dad, I need these things to go to school tomorrow. Mom, these are my homeworks to do. Is there any peaceful situations there if I make that suggestions to do meditation evening and morning? It's not happening. So therefore, it doesn't matter when you feel okay, it's calm, it's quiet, I can take few minutes to sit, to meditate. It doesn't matter where, might be in the office, might be in your working place, in your house, sometimes in the plane. In the plane. That is the best time. That is the best time. If you are taking red eye flights, that's the best. I have been using. Fortunately, we have wonderful opportunity flying into Sri Lanka. It takes 24 hours. At least we have to be there in the flights 14 hours. So it's a wonderful opportunity. We are practicing there. And if you are using a train to go to work, use that opportunity. If you are driving your car, whenever you have traffic jams or any kind of situation, use that opportunity to meditate. In this manner, you can find time. You don't want to stick with, okay, I'm practicing only half an hour. That is not the way. Anytime, how many minutes that you can practice doesn't matter. Important thing is to gain your concentration. That is important. So practice meditation. Dear friends, we can apply if we have energy, if you have uh, effort, we can apply meditation anytime, it doesn't matter. Unfortunately, we don't interest. So when we don't have interest, so then you are not able to do that. So therefore, very important thing is continuous practice. You don't want to worry about losing your meditation objects while you are practicing. Your mind going here and there, don't worry at the beginning. Take back your mind and keep the eye in your objects. This is this is the nature of beginning. This is the nature of our mind as a beginner. You don't have to worry about that. And I know in many times people who are coming to us, they are always complaining and we are practicing, but our mind not able to keep it, our meditation object is running here and there. You know something now. Your mind is running here and there. You know that. That is the first lessons. That is the first experience that you have to develop. Knowing your mind is running here and there out of your objects, out of your focus, it means now you have to pay attention to come back and do it again. When you're able to continue, so then you can reduce that length, how long that mind is out of your focus. You can reduce the time length. So these are not something that you think about, okay, these are my mistake, weaknesses. No, these are not weaknesses. You don't meditate. These are the nature of unskillful nature, undeveloped mind. You don't want to worry about that. So this is very important. Now, there are few things that we have to address. As I mentioned, why we are not able to think deeply, widely, and quickly. This is one reason. Our mind is full of hindrances. Our mind with sensual desire, ill will, sloth and torpor, restlessness and remorse, and doubt. These are called hindrances. These are the things which is blocking our enlightenment. So we all have these things in our mind. You don't know to worry about how I am recognizing my sensual desire. Oh, how I am recognizing my ill will. How I am recognizing my sloth and torpor. You don't know to worry about it. You don't know to recognize in these things in this manner. But keep idea, get the idea. My mind have these hindrances. These are always disturbing me. These are always driving me into wrong directions. This is the nature of unwholesomeness. All these hindrances, these five hindrances, are the results of our ignorance, desire, and hatred. These are the main roots, and related to these main roots, now we have sensual desire, ill will, sloth, torpor, restlessness, and doubt. What is sensual desire? We have eye, we have ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. All these bases like to engage with pictures, sound, taste, feelings, all these things. So when you are not able to control that uncontrolled nature, creating so many unwholesome thoughts there. That is the nature of sensual desire. So sensual desire, recognizing sensual desire, we have to develop our energy, effort to control it. I would like to share a story from Buddhist literature to understand about sensual desire. There was a temple. The teacher and his students was living there. Both are monastics. Bhagineya Sangharakita and Sangharakita are the names of these two monks, teacher and the students. Both of them are high ordained monks. You might heard in monastic community we have rules and also we have traditions about rainy retreats. We have to observe a rainy retreats. During the rainy season, we are not supposed to go out from our temple. We have to stay continuously that 3 month of period. So Buddhist followers, they like to invite monks to observe that rainy retreats in their temples. Those days, in ancient days, monks did not stay in one place. They always travel here and there. Somehow, that monks who were there was a group of people. There was group of people who invited to the teacher to observe that rainy retreats in their temple. They have a temple, but they did not have a monk. So they invited to this teacher to their temple to observe that rainy retreats. So then the teacher went to their place. He observed there. He stayed there 3 month of period with that devotees, helping them and teaching them. After termination of that retreat, uh, generally, I mean, traditionally, people like to offer a robe, which we call katina robe, that one of particular robe. So, the teacher who observed Vasadya in that their place, the students, he observed the place where he was. He observed his rainy retreats there, his own temple where he was before. Both of them supposed to have cardinal robes. Yes, that's the normal way. Somehow, the students who observe Vasa in their original temple, he got cardinal robe plus another valuable cloth, piece of cloth. When he was receiving that piece of cloth, it came to his mind with his gratitude. Oh, my teacher is not here. When he comes back to the temple, I would like to offer this piece of cloth, which is very valuable cloth. Might be piece of what we call that kashmir. Might be, I'm assuming. I don't know about that. It doesn't mention in the book. So somehow he was keeping that separately. Few days later, his teacher came to the temple. We have tradition. If we have visiting monks, we have to go front and to welcome him taking his luggages, bowls, and everything. We have to offer water to purify himself or to drink. All these treatments we supposed to do there. But unfortunately, when the teacher is arriving, that student was not there. Not there means he was there in the temple, but he was not able to do these things because I think those days they did not have cell phone to make a call or give a text message. Somehow, teacher arrived himself and he was preparing everything, keeping his bowl at the place where he's supposed to do, and keeping his luggages and all these things, putting away things. And then he started to rest, sitting on a chair. While he was sitting there, the students knew, oh, the teacher is here, he arrived, he was not able to do treatments, welcome treatments. Now he has guilty feeling. While he was in guilty feeling, he wanted to offer that piece of cloth which he received from the devotees on the day that they were terminating their extra precepts, which we call rainy precepts, rainy season precepts. So he took that piece of cloth and went to the teacher, offered to him. The teacher refused it. No, no, no. I got a robe there. The people who were there, they supported very well. They took care of me. Keep with you. Then that the students was very upset. It's means my teacher got angry of me because I did not welcome properly. So that is the reason he rejected my request. I was keeping these things to offer for him, but he is rejecting. Now that the students came again with the fan. Those days there wasn't these kind of electrical fans. We have traditional fans. With that traditional fans, came to the teacher and then to waving to make comfortable his teacher. While he was lying on the chair, that the students was sitting on ground, he was fanning. Teacher did not talk, might be he's old, he's tired, he may not have energy. That would be the reason. But somehow the students got a thoughts, my teacher, he don't like me. He's angry with me. Now there is no chance to live with him anymore. What I can do now? I can't do nothing. So I want to disrobe now. I want to disrobe. Really, I can sell this valuable piece of cloth. I can earn some money. Earning money, I can buy a cow who can give us milk. Buying cow, I can sell milk every day to my neighbors. And now he is starting collect some money selling milk. Now he is selling milk. Now he has a cow. Then collecting some money, he bought another cow and another cow. Now he has a very good farm there. That farm is growing. Now he has cows as well as now that they are making children. That cows also now they have ox also. Now he can get a bullock cart. He, with the help of others, now he has a bullock cart too because he has cow and he has goat. Now farm is growing. His farm land is growing. Now somehow with the energy, he became a very, young person as well as a rich person. Time is good to have a marriage, talk to his friends, and he got a beautiful girl, and then he married. Now both are living together. The farm is growing well, and they going to have a baby. Now they have new baby too. While they were living happily, peacefully, he wanted to go back to see his teacher, go back to his previous temple where he lived. Now he has owned his bullock cart. That was the vehicle those days that they used for their traveling. So get into that bullock, one of their bullock cart with his wife and newborn baby. On the way to temple, somehow those days they did not have that modern technology carpet roads. They had unpaved roads. Somehow, while he was riding that bullock cart, somehow accidentally the baby fall down from his wife's hands onto the ground. He was very angry and he started to beat his wife. Now he is beating his wife. Who got the shot? The monk. He was fanning there. Now he is beating to his teacher. But through mind, he was thinking he is beating to his wife because he already distraught. He started to palm and he was selling milk, gaining wealth. He married, but there wasn't any lady or baby. Only monk and students was there. But through mind, He went far away. This is the nature of sensual desire. This is the nature of sensual desire. While he was living there as a monk, his mind went away through all these materials and all other he married and made the children, made a baby, and now they wanted to go back to see the teacher. All these things happened through his mind, not the actually, because this is the nature of sensual desire. So, sensual desire is very dangerous, very harmful. In actual, that this is like a dream. In actual situations, when you are living with sensual desire, ill will is arising there. You can kill anybody to achieve your sensual desire. There are. There are people who all you might know, they did very bad, unhumanistic things to achieve their sensual desire. So it's very dangerous, very harmful. So when you are living with the sensual desire, always you are connecting with ill will, sloth and torpor, remorse, as well as doubt. All these are interconnected. Interconnected. This is the nature of wicked mind. We meditate to control these wicked thoughts, unwholesome thoughts. So, five hindrances are one thing. So, Anusaya, Nanguttara Nikaya, Anusaya Sutta is explained. There are 7 things which we call Anusaya. So, Kamaraganusse, Patiganusse, Mananusse, Dittanusse, Vijakichanusse, Bhavanusse, Avijjanusse. 7 things are there: sensual desire, aversions, conceit, wrong view, doubt, desire for existence, and ignorance. First, 5 hindrances, then these anusaya, fermentations, which are very dangerous, harmful. These are the wickedness of our mind, undeveloped mind. So I don't take much time to explain all these things. Then we have Sangyojana, pettas, Sangyojana, which are obstacles to enlightenment process and exchange to circles to keep us bound to the circle of birth and death, samsara, this birth and death circle. These fetters, these are the fetters. Sakkaya Ditti Vijikicha, Silabbata Paramasa Kamaraga Patiga, Ruparaga Mana Uddacha Vijja. So all these are regarding our wicked mind. These are the wickedness. These are the unwholesome thoughts that arise in our mind, which are making trouble for our happiness, always disturbing our inner peace. That's why we have to meditate to control these defilements. These are the defilements. So next we can see asava, desire for sense pleasure, desire for continuous existence, false views, and ignorance. We call it asrava. These are very subtle, very complicated. Sometimes you are not able to recognize these things. That much very subtle nature is there. 5 hindrances directly you can see, oh, this is sensual pleasure. You can see it directly. But in this level, it is not easy to see. These are very subtle. So we, as a practitioners, we have duty, responsibility to control these defilements. Control these defilements. Hindrances, tendencies, and fetters, as well as sangyojana, fermentations, influx. All these are the defilements. These are the reasons that we are not able to see things as they are. These are the causes for our suffering. We are suffering because of these things. So, through meditation and through generousness, through precepts, we can control these things. We can control. That's why we need to practice these three things together to control these defilements. When we are able to control these defilements, we can gain happiness. We can be happy there. We can think deeply, widely, because we have clear view there. So this is the purpose of our meditation. This is the purpose of our meditation, to control these defilements. Okay, so this is not enough. These each and everyone we have to take at least 1 hour to explain. What is desire for sense pleasure? Sensual pleasure we just discussed, but that's not enough. Desire for continued existence. Bhavana, what is that? It has deep meaning. And false view. Dittasa, what is false view? We need more time. Just I wanted to name these things. Now you have idea. Oh, there are things that Bhante discussed about fetters, about five hindrances, about tendencies, about conceit or influx, fermentations. So we want to find what is this, what are those things, how we can recognize these things myself, how we can control these things myself. These are your homework. Okay, these are your homework. You have to read more about these things. You have to study more about these things. You have to recognize, paying attentions in your mind, the way how these are arising in your mind, the way how you can control these through your energy and effort. If you don't have energy and effort, you are not able to control this. So that's why practitioners, they have to develop energy as perfections in their practice. There are 10 perfections. One is developing energy. And also, 7 factors of enlightenment. There is one enlightenment facts that we call energy. So, through these practice applications, we can see, we can develop our energy. Developing energy and effort, we can control these defilements, controlling, you can establish your inner peace. One day you can control, reduce, and eliminate all defilements. That is the time that you can permanently establish your happiness. It is possible. There's a sutta delivered by the Buddha. If there is not something that you can't apply, I'm not asking to do that. Akusala Pahana Sutta. These unskillful, these are mentioned the Buddha as unskillful nature, unskillfulness. These unskillfulness is something that you can eliminate through your skillfulness. So the Buddha already did that. Arahant beings already did that. So therefore, Buddha advised us to do ourselves to establish our inner peace and happiness. So it's completely up to us.